Hello, this morning we are going to speak about the spirit of timidity. In the book of 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, Paul is addressing his spiritual son Timothy. Timothy is a man of faith. And Paul is reminding him that his mother and his grandmother were people of faith. And he knows that Timothy is one of unfeigned faith because he was raised by these two matriarchs. But here, Paul is addressing Timothy. He's telling him that there's a gift of God in you that has to be fanned into flame. He says in verse 7, he says, "But God did not give you the spirit of timidity, but of power and of love and of sound mind." Do you know that God did not give you that spirit of timidity? It is not from God. God has made to us, or has made accessible to us, the spirit of love, of power, and of sound mind. When we talk about the spirit of love, God himself is love. And the Bible tells us that perfect love casts out fear, because fear does what? It does torment. Bible tells us also that God gave us that spirit of discipline. So we have to be careful about what we say, what we do, or what we think, because it has a negative impact on us. In the verse 7, he says, God has given us this power. What power? We're talking about the Holy Spirit. See, in the book of Acts, the early disciples went to a secret place to pray and to seek the face of God. And Bible tells us that the Holy Spirit was released unto them. The power of the Holy Spirit was released to them. In Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20, he says, "Now unto him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly more than we can ever think or ask of, according to the power that worketh in us." What power? We are talking about the dunamis power. The dunamis power that was unleashed on the disciples when they were in the secret place praying to God. The power that made them do the things that they couldn't even imagine. The supernatural power. That is the same gift that Paul was speaking to Timothy about. He says, the gift of God that is in you, fan the flame. So we know that the Holy Spirit dwells in us. All we need to do is to fan the flame. But how do we do that? To release that power. We can only do that by being in the secret place and having intimacy with God. Being in the secret place, making sure that our mind, our body, and our soul is all invested in being in that secret place will unleash or will stir up the gift of God that is in us. I want to assure you that being in the secret place and being intimate with God will not allow anything or anyone to intimidate us. Thank you all and stay blessed.